preparing. You know, I wonder what people think every week. They log on and we talk a little bit before it goes live, just like this. It's a little awkward, but hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Hot Takes Party of Four. Let's go around and introduce ourselves. It's been a while since we've done that.
I am Gabriel Jordan, outside rep out of Las Vegas, Nevada. That's
Which
it.
the temperature is what right now?
No. Listen, it's cool today. It's 106, so we're good. It's been the coolest day, and yeah, 106. It's cool today.
I don't know. I would melt.
Try 119. My car did get to 120 when I was driving the other day. 120.
See, I don't trust those temperatures in cars.
You think it was hotter? My goodness.
I'll get in my truck and it says like 112 and I'm like, no way.
Chris, the meteorologist.
I gotta be right just as much as they are.
True.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, who's the rest of it? The rest of our team?
I'll go. I'm Madison Mastro, and I'm an outside sales rep. Currently in Chicago. Today is my last day as the Illinois, Indiana, and Kentucky rep. And as of tomorrow, I will be the Ohio outside sales rep for Alpha Broder Primeline. So exciting.
Are you officially moving tomorrow?
I am not moving tomorrow. I'm moving the 16th of July.
I see boxes in the background.
Yeah. I won't even show you the other half.
Well,
Faster.
I'm Kimberly Myers. I'm the South Florida rep. I'm actually in a client's office right now, in between presentations. So we're really shucking and jiving to make the Hot Takes Party of Four come to life.
And we appreciate you for doing that, Kim. We love you.
It's pouring outside, so our lovely customers had sympathy on my soul and told me, don't sit in the car, come inside. So if I have any surprise visitors, it's just them piling in for their 11:30 meeting.
Awesome. It would have been kind of funny if you were standing outside with one of our Primeline umbrellas and your cell phone right in the rain.
Yeah, if I had a Primeline umbrella with me today, would have been great, but I don't.
I can tell you the last time I used an umbrella. I always have an umbrella and the snow scrapers in my car, and I don't honestly think I use either. Ever.
Chris, you probably use those snow scrapers. I've never used one in my life, being from the West Coast.
Well, that would not be a good self-promo giveaway for you then.
That's not a West Coast item. Definitely not a Las Vegas item.
And up here, I could give them away in just bucketfuls in Minnesota. I'm Chris Thies up out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, everybody. Thanks for joining us this week. This is episode 21.
Legal.
Cheers.
Legal.
I really wanted us to have some like morning cocktail cheer for our 21st, but
What do you think's in the cup?
Yeah, I mean, there might be Baileys in here. I don't know, but
I don't even have a cup.
Kim's out on the road working. We're at home.
Yeah, why
we're at
is
home
that?
working.
Why does it always seem to be that way? I was telling somebody about our little endeavor here, and I said the funny thing is that whatever episode you watch, I'm typically in a different location.
Right.
I have the most unique backgrounds out of anybody. So I'm Carmen San Diego.
And that's okay.
It is okay.
That's called dedication. So this week, last week, if you joined us, we talked a little bit about sustainability in the marketplace and what Alpha's doing. This week, we are going to shift gears and we are going to talk about some trends. We love the word trend at Alpha Broder and Primeline. The world loves the word trend. You're trending on Twitter. You're trending on YouTube. We're going to talk about trends in hard goods. So a little bit more focused on Primeline. Could be a little bit of Alpha Broder in there. And so what are you guys seeing and hearing out there? I mean, obviously some of us are traveling more than others, seeing customers in person, being able to kind of get a grasp. The country is opening up. We're starting to see events. I went to my first live music concert last weekend, so that was a hell of an event.
What'd you see?
It was Country Music Festival.
Nice.
For those of you who love country, Dierks Bentley,
Nice.
Thomas Rhett, mix a little new age Kane Brown in there. It was fantastic to be outside listening to music again. And of course, I was looking around for all the promo, and there were sunglasses everywhere. There were t-shirts everywhere. The merch tent was popping off. So, let's talk some trends in hard goods. What do you guys got? Any ideas? What are you seeing? What are you hearing? Or do I have to start?
No, I'll jump in, and I think I'll just get the obvious out of the way. Home office. I mean, over the last year, that's trending. That's been trending because for obvious reasons. So, you guys are drinking out of your mugs with imprints. Anything related to the laptop sitting at home, and this does kind of get into alpha, right? Comfortable clothes. The comfortable pants and the comfortable, shirts and sweatshirts and things have been trending as well. So that's the obvious. I'll let the rest of the group go around, but we can get into other things as well. But I wanted to kick that out of the way in the beginning.
I want to back, if that's okay. Home office, something that I always have on my desk. I always have a 4-port hub. And those are great working from home from a laptop. And even if you're commuting to work, your desktop computer might only have one USB. And then wireless chargers are very popular. They're newer to the tech world, and we have such a selection right now of wireless charging, whether it's just the wireless charger, a wireless charger with a power bank. So any sort of on-the-go tech piece is huge. So wireless charger and even power banks we're seeing. There we go.
Chris.
What I do.
He lives in a warehouse, I swear.
I'm gonna open up the Prime catalog from last year and point to something, and I guarantee
be like,
yeah.
Sorry, Maddie, go ahead.
No.
It's funny because you're saying that, and I was literally just like yesterday, I was having an issue with my phone, the port in my phone, plugging to charge it. And then I was like going from battery pack to battery pack, like a maniac, wire to wire. And I was just like, I literally stopped. I was like, I'm so tired of things needing power. But I mean it. Like, I'm so tired of everything needing power. My earbuds, my watch, my 2 phones, my iPad that I'm talking to you on. Like, it is everything. And when you're out and about, it starts to cause stress when you see that battery light deplete. So I was on the road yesterday and I couldn't get my one of my 2 phones, one I use for Waze to get around. I couldn't get it to charge. So by the time I got home in a anxiety ridden panic, my battery life was at 2% in red and beeping, and I was just like, this is crazy that this is the way we live. But that all being said, definitely things, backup battery power, super important. And then, charging cords. And I love any cord that has the multiple, because again, I have 2 phones, an iPhone and a Droid. So it's fantastic to be able to have something that charges that both ways. The other thing that I noticed is you were on at a country music fest taking in all the merch. I was at the Jersey Shore, in and out of shore shops, looking at all the stuff that's being sold there. And fidgety toys are
Oh
like
my God.
back again in
Yes.
these poppet things that I wasted more money than I care to admit on. And then ironically, my little one makes her birthday list, and on there is tangles. And I'm like, what do you mean you want tangles? I was like, here's a box of them. So I
Right?
think that fidget spinner thing, I don't know, that went away, but fidgety toys, Rubik's cubes, those types of things, I feel like are coming back around.
Kim, your daughter asked for a tangle.
My mind was like,
That is a really good sign.
Yeah.
To have that generation ask for, you know, a product we've had on the line forever that you maybe think is fading away. So that's interesting. I'm gonna ask my daughter. I think our daughters are around the same age. I'm gonna ask her about a tangle and see if she knows what
Seriously,
I'm talking about.
I can't echo it enough. My 9-year-old is obsessed with fidgets right now, Kim. The pop-it plastic
Yeah.
dot things, and every Rubik's cube I've ever brought home has disappeared into
Yep.
her room. And the other day she goes, I really want a tangle. I said, well, you're in luck. I got a box of them.
I need a rainbow, a pastel rainbow tangle. So let's work on that, because that is specifically what she asked for. And it clearly exists because she sent me a picture of it.
Yeah.
Wow,
Like,
both of your kids. I am
seriously.
blown away by this. That's an even better sign. There's 2 of them.
Now
That means there
they
must be
trade-
millions.
They trade fidgets with other kids.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And
Wow.
now
I
my
love it.
daughter, who's very smart, is like, Dad's got a box of tangles, so I can just trade tangles all day long for new stuff. But
That's
what?
funny.
So yes, huge trend right now coming back. I think you're gonna see that surface. We gotta get to Dina in product development. We gotta get some poppets on the way here. Some promotional poppets.
Yeah. And make
we
sure
used-
they pop from both sides.
Well, we used to carry those.
Yeah,
Maddie,
the poppers. I remember.
yeah.
What?
They were think of a half circle. They're rubberized, and you flip them inside out, and you drop them on the ground, and they pop up. Is that what
No.
we're talking about?
We
No.
still have them.
No.
This is like bubble
It-
pop,
Yep.
like
It's like
bubble
a
wrap.
rubber thing.
Right. Like
And it's
bubble
got-
wrap that you can
you poke 'em.
continue to pop.
Wow, my dream come true. It
I
just
don't-
keeps going. You can pop it, and it goes.
Yeah, there's like a certain number on it, like
Yep.
they do them in shapes, and then you poke the bubble and it goes out the other side, then you flip it over and you poke it back. Like
Very cool.
my daughter's like, this is so satisfying. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
that's the word. And ironically, my two-year-old, almost 2-year-old niece loves playing with them too. So if anybody's looking to do a promotion to reach kids, or a promotion that, you know, stays within the household, fidget toys are where it's at, it sounds like. And I was curious to have this conversation with you all to see if you were hearing the same thing. Now, Maddie, you don't have, I don't know if Hamilton plays with poppets or fidget
He
toys,
did
but
not. No, he
but-
likes tennis balls.
but in the market space, have you been hearing this at all, or are we just hearing it because it's on the home front?
No, I haven't heard it at all. So this is good news.
So
I-
I will challenge you, Maddie, then next time you go out or you go to the grocery store or some, check the kiosk, like next to the checkout or anything like that. You are gonna find some fidgety things like this.
Yes.
Big Lots, when I was still living in Pittsburgh, had tangles, but they were like on closeout at the Big Lots. Haven't seen one in stores since then. So cool. Didn't notice it.
It's coming back. Check out the Tangle at Primeline. We've got them
Exclusive, right?
exclusive. Absolutely. We gotta get back on that train real quick. But
Look at them,
not
Maddie. Look
like
at them
fidget
learning the
toys.
ways of Prime. I love it.
That's right. That's right. The two newbies were connecting. You guys are like, we've had that forever.
Oh,
But-
God.
So great.
I've also
Great.
read this generation, Gen Zers especially, like our conversation last week, they're looking for eco-friendly, sustainable type hard goods. Obviously, I hate to say that's obvious, but it is. But so that's definitely trending. You see an uptick in requests for that. Prime has a section of eco-friendly products. I know we're expanding that, and we'll continue to do that over the next several years, I would imagine. But that's also something that I know my 15-year-old does look for. She'll just randomly. We briefly touched on this last week, but she'll look at something and then she'll flip it over and she'll read what's in it or something, and I'm like, what are you doing? Just buy it. It's plastic. It'll go in a landfill. So she's teaching me.
Yeah, I think another one you hit right on the head there. Anything eco. I'm seeing many more requests for what do you have that's eco responsible, or what do you have that's sustainable in the hard goods, whether it's paper straws to stainless steel straws to recycled fabric journals that we carry in the line to recycled poly tote bags that are eco and sustainable. We have quite the list, and we're continuing. I think, Maddie, you said it last week, on the episode, that we're continuing to add to that trend, or look in some of those things. So more on that home front to come. Kim, you touched on the website. We're going to be focusing on that. So not only is it in the marketing aspect of it, but it's in the hard goods side of it. And I don't think that's going away anytime soon either. You're going to continue to see those products. We even have them in drinkware, right? I mean, with bamboo and stuff like that, which is, technically sustainable and things like that. So,
even the reusable aspect that we talked about again last week is something a generation coming up is looking for. I don't want the plastic water bottles, which was still strikes me as funny. And a lot of us are still buying the 40 packs of water bottles and tossing them. But people are looking for, listen, I think I told you guys last week, my kids have turned me on to, rather than water bottles, just refilling this. Takes a little effort, putting the ice in and turning on the filter, but can't just grab a water bottle out of the fridge. But hey, I'm doing my part, right? So.
Now, I want to know, this week, have you all been crushing your bottles?
Well, I would have had to drink water.
Bottled water.
But
okay.
I will. You be proud of me, Kim. I told my wife the other day. I said, "Do you know why there are ridges on the side of these water bottles?" And she goes, "No." And I crushed it right in front of her, and she was like, "Okay." But I'll tell you what. I did find my 4-week challenge. You're gonna have to wait for 4 weeks.
We got 3 weeks to go. I got it on the calendar. Everybody should be taking part in this.
I did find what I'm doing. So
I'm still using paper plates, just so you know.
I almost bought paper plates the other day, Kim. I'm in the process of packing, and I was like, should I just buy paper plates and pack my dishes? And then I was like, nah, I should be, more eco-friendly here. So I have 2 dishes, not packed.
Maddie, I was going to say, don't you only need 1 plate, 1 fork, 1 knife? That's all you need.
Well, Hamilton.
Yeah, Hamilton eats off of a plate. He uses a fork and knife. What do you think? He is a barbarian. You think I'm raising here? It's his birthday on Friday, guys. He's going to be 1.
Is he really?
In the conversation.
That's pretty cool. That's a birthday you can celebrate.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. What about what are some other trends that you're seeing out there? What do you think, Maddie?
I'm having a lot of customers look for Christmas in July, and I don't know if this is technically a trend, but I'm starting to get a lot of holiday requests now. So whether it's kidding opportunities, Christmas themed things. I had one customer ask for going to the beach. So we have tons of beach balls, sunglasses. But Christmas in July, I've never been asked that before. And I think that's, it goes back to the topic we were talking about a couple weeks ago, the supply chain and inventory issues, just getting ahead of the curve. So are you guys asked for?
Yeah, it's funny that you say that. That's been one of my talk tracks in all of my meetings, is to change the mindset for the end user, get them moving now, because we already know it's going to be an issue. We know that shipping is going to be an issue. So it's funny that you actually called it Christmas in July, because one of my accounts I was with yesterday said that. She goes, let's do a promo, Chris, call it Christmas in July. And I was like, I'm stealing that. So, because I don't know why I wasn't even thinking to call it that, because I was saying point blank, don't wait till October, start ordering in July. And then so she was like, Christmas in July. So definitely, I don't know that I'm hearing it as much as I'm saying it to prepare the customers.
I think I would agree with you 100%, right? I mean, I think a lot of people, if you look at the forums, you look at the Facebook promotional professionals page, people are talking about it. Other companies are starting to say, hey, think about the holiday now from a supply chain standpoint and logistics and stuff like that. I struggle in my brain to try and wrap my head around holiday purchases in July. Like, what is the customer? Because most of the time, when we get to third and fourth quarter, call it November time, the customers are like, hey, we need a company gift, or we're doing a holiday party and we want to give them something nice. We don't know, but here's our budget. And I'm trying to think of that 6 months in advance. Like, what does that look like? What are you talking about? Are you talking about the OD 304? Are we talking about plaid blankets in July for December, or what is it? So it's an interesting talk track that I think a lot of people are trying to think about. I'll be curious how much success it has.
Chris, Kim, I agree with both of you guys. So I agree that it's hard to wrap your brain around it, but I think, to Kim's point, we should start saying it. We need to prepare the clients. So I like that. I'm actually going to take that, Maddie and Kim. I like that Christmas in July, just to get the clients. Maybe if you can grab a few clients to start thinking, maybe explain, listen, inventory is going to be tough, or we don't know, maybe not inventory is going to be tough, but we don't know what to expect. So let's start thinking ahead. We always, especially on the hard goods side, 2 weeks before Christmas, oh, I need 1,000 of these. And I'm like, well, you can get them for next Christmas, but this Christmas, it's going to be a little bit of an issue. So I like that. And I think I need to start training my brain, to Chris's point, to start saying that and using that and preparing the clients for what's ahead.
And also, I mean, I'm sitting, I literally have my notes for my meeting that I'm about to do in front of me. And part of that talk track is also utilizing our source abroad department to start rolling in, larger quantities of goods and taking advantage of our new source abroad express products and all of those things. So we're lucky that we have a lot to talk about, and we're lucky that we're forward thinking, because I don't think it's solely going to be an inventory issue. Everybody's having production staffing issues, the cost of shipping. And I think that shipping is going to be an issue because of staffing as well.
Yep.
So, and I don't think that's going to end before the end of the year. I just heard FedEx was basically firing customers, saying, we're not doing, you don't do enough volume, so you're not going to be like an LTL FedEx account anymore. And if you are, we're going to charge you a $30 surcharge on top of it. So if they're doing that now and it's June, I'm just thinking, what's it going to be like come November? So.
Great point.
Great point. That the source abroad point is a great point. If you can,
Andrew Brody, be proud. Proud man right now. So is Eric Evan, and I know he's watching.
Well, we'll have to hashtag source abroad in our posting.
I'll put that in there. Absolutely.
Right?
So.
Is that how you hashtag?
Hashtag. Am I hashtagging?
Maddie, can you help us?
Yeah, I can help you guys.
You're in charge of the hashtagging, Maddie.
I can do it.
Another and we're gonna lose Kim here at some point in time. Just prefacing that for everybody. So if she goes, zero dark 30 here.
I'll leave my OG question of the day to Gabriel.
Oh,
you can take.
There you go.
The makeup one real quick.
I got one. I prepared one because I thought maybe
I got 10 minutes. We'll
I
see.
don't, but I have this issue. My significant other always says I have this phobia that I can't miss. He calls it KMS because I can't miss anything. I'll be nice. So anyway, I'm in a panic. I don't want to leave y'all because I'm scared what I'm going to miss when I go. But
it's all right. It's all right.
I feel
You can
that
always rewatch this on YouTube.
fear.
And you
hashtag
click
you-
subscribe.
click below.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We're
all right.
we're
So
not
go
that
with your
advanced
last
yet.
one, and then I'll jump off.
So one of the other trends that I think definitely worth talking about that I'm seeing a ton of is, and I think we've touched on it before in different episodes, but branded drinkware. Like, it doesn't matter what brand, as long as it's a retail brand, it is getting play out there. It is getting requests. And we have 3 fantastic brands on the hard goods side of the business, in my opinion, in our Built New York. Yes, I'm in my storage unit, as you guys call it. We have our Igloo line of coffee mugs and tumblers, and then our newest additions in the Hot Takes Party Polar Columbia drinkware line, all 3 which are exclusive to Prime Line. And we're growing that. I just noticed today, guys, on the Prime Line website, I don't know if you noticed, under new products, we have a brand new Columbia 1 liter thermal bottle coming to the line at the end of July.
Very
That thing
cool.
looks badass.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I
We're gonna sell the hell out
I
of that.
noticed our post the other day and I was like, I don't recognize that bottle.
I don't have that
Hmm.
in my storage.
Exactly. I was like, I don't have that sample. And it
He looked
showed
around
up.
storage. Where's that bottle?
And so that's coming at the end of July. I know we've got some more drinkware from Columbia coming later this fall as well. But just branded drinkware is insanely hot right now out there.
And let me just include for the West Coast folks, because drinkware is expensive to ship. We are fully ramping up the Fresno facility with drinkware. So you no longer have to wait for it or pay for the price for it to come from the East Coast. So we do ship Prime Line out of 4 facilities around the country. That's unheard of for hard goods. That's what I say at my meeting. There's no other hard goods supplier that ships from 4 facilities.
Gabriel just mic dropped on Hot Takes Party 4 podcast. Boom. Boom. But he's right. No other hard goods supplier has 4 different facilities that they are shipping on. And that freight, Kim, you touched on it earlier. It's quadrupled. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got into a lovely conversation yesterday on a forum about freight. So
Wow, I'll have to hear about this.
Yeah.
Interesting.
it's not getting cheaper. People need to wrap their brains around costs are not going down. They're not staying the same. They're going up. Gas is going up.
Kim, do you have
Workers
to
are
take
less.
off?
Yep.
Jim, gotta go.
There's a line at the door. I'm gonna mask up and get ready to go.
All right,
Enjoy
Kim.
the rest of the show. I'll see you guys. Enjoy
see
your
you.
time
Bye,
off here.
Kim.
Bye.
Chris, to your point, in addition to freight costs going up, how about the length of time? And I'll give you an example. A customer brought this to my attention. He said, "How long do you order from Amazon?" I said, "Of course, we order. I'm sure we order from Amazon on a weekly basis at this point." And he said, "Well, how long are those packages taking? They used to get there the next day. Now 3, 4, sometimes even 5, 6 days. So
Yep.
Even the length of time is taking longer for packages and shipments to get there."
Absolutely. So we have to train our customers. I mean, you can call it a trend if you want, but that trend is here to stay. Like the transit time, the cost of freight.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think it's a trend now. It's going to be normal soon.
Right.
So
Changes.
yeah.
That's right.
So I just think those are some things that, anybody listening out there, or we have to have more detailed conversations with our customers about explaining to the end user the situation and bringing in other scenarios to help them understand that so many things are outside of our control right now. And we're trying to do whatever we can, you know, even from a trend standpoint. We're trying to bring in more brands and put them on the shelf, and we're trying to do different things. So it's just always kind of a revolving door conversation that I think is good to have all the time.
Word. You know, I think over the last month, I would say clients have become a little more understanding. You know, 6 months plus, you'd get an email and the first words are, "This is unacceptable." That just comes to mind. And I'm thinking, you know, what's the rest of the email going to say? But you get less and less of that. You know, you tell people, hey, listen, we need a little more time on this, or we, you know, this is going to take a little bit longer. Clients seem to be a little more understanding.
Yep.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Something that, you know, speaking of trends, you know what's not on trend anymore?
Don't
That
say
hat?
denim on denim.
PPE. PPE. I mean, just, you know, sanitizer and masks and different things. Like, you know, you ride that wave. You know, they've kind of taken the fidget spinner wave, right?
Yeah.
But for those that are looking for it, we do have a lot in stock. We can help you out.
We
can
got
give
the
you a
best
good
prices.
price.
We got the best prices.
The Sannies, gloves.
Right? Of
All
course,
over the place.
Chris's warehouse.
Right.
No, Chris's Emporium. Let's call it the Chris's Emporium. I like that. What do you got in that Emporium of yours?
What do you need? What else do you need? I can tell you.
All right. What about the? I wish we would have done the product spotlight before Kim took off. I was very curious to see what she had on.
Yes. The PSA.
I mean, I changed my whole wardrobe for her. I'm just kidding.
For me.
Maddie, what are you wearing today?
I am wearing the Devin & Jones, the micro stripe. Is it the DG480? DG480W. If you can see, it's very tiny stripes, extra stretchy, moisture wicking. I think the website says luxury and performance all in one, if I'm not mistaken. There might be a third in there, but
Oh.
luxury and performance all in one. And it has the matching little zipper pull. Fantastic piece. Fantastic.
One of
Love
my
it.
favorites.
Yeah, that's a great piece.
Yep. So Devin & Jones highlighting today. I believe my main man Gabriel over there is rocking the DG20. One of our top sellers, the plated polo. So poly on the outside, cotton on the inside, soft to the touch, lots of colors, men's, ladies.
Well, there you go. That's what he said.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's what I'm wearing.
I'm just doing it for you, man.
I love it. It's the go-to polo. It's comfortable. It has a lot of perceived value for the price point. There you go.
The women's piece, I'm pretty sure the women's outsells the men's.
So that's interesting, Maddie. That's
Close.
exactly right.
Close. I'm betting it's close. You've got the collarless version and the collared version. You know, they have more versions. We just have polo.
Chris does. Wow, Chris, he needs to prove that, hey, not totally outselling.
I'm wearing the DG20Z, which is
Is it also plated, Chris?
It is also plated. This was a piece that I'll be honest, when it came out, I was like, what is that? It weirded me out to think of that plated fabric in a button down version. Because that fabric is so soft, it has stretch, it's beautiful. I can only think of it in a polo or a t-shirt. And our design team put that into a button down, and this thing has just crazy stretch to it. Really different, very unique, meant to be worn untucked, kind of more of a casual kind of style piece. But our Devin & Jones line is a fantastic line from Prime Line. Or from Alpha Brother. It's exclusive, performance, kind of dressier, corporate. We love it. Check it out on the website. We're always adding to it, usually every season, at least if not styles, but colors. So
great Chris,
Devin and Jones is our PSA today.
that piece you're wearing, I haven't shown that in a while. And I'm making a note here. I think I want to make the rounds on that again. That's a good one to bring back to the forefront.
I agree.
Very comfy for these behind camera meetings.
So thanks for that.
Stop.
You got it. You got it. So, trending hard goods. My 9-year-old just told me she lost her tooth.
Oh, congratulations.
Nice.
They come back.
Yep. So she was working on that thing hard last night. That's what's trending. The tooth fairy will be trending. So Gabriel, do you have an OG question of the week, or do you want me to go with mine?
I'm gonna, Chris, let's go what you had. It seems like you had one set. You know, maybe I'll follow Kim next week and ask one as well. But
Okay.
you're gonna take this. You're gonna
Okay.
take.
So I was thinking, just in case Kim had to jump, that we needed one. And what came to mind for me was, you guys remember back when you were younger and you'd go out to eat with the family, or you'd go out for lunch or something, and you'd go to McDonald's or Burger King or wherever, and they used to give away really good toys in the Happy Meals. Like really good, like quality toys, not just cheap plastic. So I was thinking about what was one of my favorite toys that I got when I was a kid going out to eat at fast food restaurants. And what immediately popped into my mind was the California raisins from Hardee's.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know, what was the toy of your choice when you were a kid, when you went out and you got that Happy Meal? What did you always remember?
So I have one, but Maddie, do you remember when the toys were good? No, serious question. I don't know.
No, just last week I went to this McDonald's and no, I'm just kidding. I remember the toys. I remember the toys, and I have a favorite.
Go for it.
Can I go? I think it was Burger King. And I'm pretty sure it was the plastic toys because it wasn't that long ago. It was, I don't know, probably like 20 years ago at this point. And they were the Backstreet Boys, like in character, and they moved, and I had all 5 of them. It was just.
They moved?
Yeah, wow.
Like moving joints. Yeah, we had to move them. Like they didn't move. You know.
Right. No, I get it. I get
Ryan, and Nick, it was great.
Wow. Can you name them all?
I can. Kevin and Howie too. Would you like me to? I can name all the songs if you like me to. Play it on the piano.
What about I Want It That Way? Can you play that on the piano?
Yeah. You want me to get it real quick?
Sure. No.
You are
Next week.
my fire.
Wow. You used to dress like them, Chris, so I understand that you know that song.
Yeah, well, probably.
Nick Carter, he's right here.
What about you, Gabriel?
No, I when you started talking, Chris, I had one toy that came to mind, and it was, obviously I love cars. I liked Hot Wheels. I can't remember. I'm gonna say McDonald's. It could have been another one. Could have been a Wendy's or something. But do you guys have Wendy's back there?
Oh yeah. Okay.
It was a metal Hot Wheel, like a real brand Hot Wheel.
Legit.
Yes.
Legit.
It was
Hot
a Camaro.
Wheels in your
It was a
Happy Meal.
Camaro, and I remember getting it, and it was a real Hot Wheel, like one you would go purchase at the Toys R Us.
Yep.
And I was very excited, and I'm like, we got to go back and get more, and we got to get more, and but it was quality. It's probably still sitting around somewhere in somebody's collection or toy box or something, but it would last it would endure the times, unlike this plastic crap they give out now. But yeah, it was a real Hot Wheel, Camaro Hot Wheel.
Isn't that crazy? Like that just made me, it brought me back. Like now you get like little cardboard things to put together or whatever. And I'm like, we used to get cool shit back in the day.
So absolutely, we did. And you know what's funny, and this is I don't know if any of my daughters are listening, but when my daughters are in their 2 older ones are in their 20s, when they were young, that wasn't that long ago, obviously, we would get Happy Meals or whatever. I would later that day I would take them and I would throw the toys away. I'm like, this is just garbage. They would play with it for a minute or two, 5 minutes. And when they weren't looking and they were gone, I would take them and throw them in the trash. I'm like, we don't need this stuff. It's garbage.
Yep.
So I threw away your toys, girls. I'm sorry.
Forgive you. You guys ever had the cookies from McDonald's, like those lemon cookies?
Chocolate chip cookies, but not lemon.
No.
Gotta ask for like the cookies that they put in Happy Meals. Ask for the cookies.
They still do this?
They still do. Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I remember Burger King used to give away at one point in time they had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like in Happy Meals, like little ones, mini ones, and they had a DVD series. Do you guys remember this? That you could buy for like $5 at Burger King.
I
They
don't
had
remember
different
that now.
DVD series you could buy. You can buy DVDs with your Happy Meal
At
at
Burger,
Burger King.
well, at McDonald's has the Happy Meals, right? Isn't the Burger King the King Quartet?
I don't know, the King meal, whatever. I refer to there's another good question. Who coined the kids meal? I think McDonald's got it. I call every kids meal a Happy Meal. Like,
Absolutely doesn't matter where you get it.
doesn't matter.
You could be at a sit-down restaurant. You're like, I'll take a Happy Meal for my kid.
Right.
Everybody knows what you mean, though, and that's the point.
Yeah.
You might be wrong, but they know what you mean. So
Exactly. So that was just, I mean, that was,
question.
I figured
Good question.
good OG. We need to bring back good toys and kids Happy Meals, you know.
Hey,
But-
Maddie, let's hashtag that. Bring back good toys and Happy Meals. Let's get that trending.
We're building up the hashtags. Maddie says that's where it's at, you know.
You got a hashtag, anything, everything. Hashtag Wednesday. Who cares?
Wow. All right.
Hashtag Wednesday.
So this might be this is an OG question, but it just has to do with what you're where exactly do you hashtag?
On your posts to get
I
more
post on
Facebook,
Anything?
Instagram,
okay.
LinkedIn, Twitter. So when you do that, you can actually click on the hashtag. So if I were clicking on hashtag podcast and we just posted this would come up in the hashtag list. You can find
Towards the top?
tags.
Like towards the top of the list? We're coming to the top of the list?
I mean, maybe. Yeah. It would come in hot.
Is-
I don't know if it'll come in the
I
top.
love it.
But
I love it.
yeah, you can follow hashtags.
I don't know this. I don't know this world you speak of, but I got to get into it more. So
You and me both, Chris. You and me both.
like,
Weird world. I don't know if you want to be like fully in it.
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So
Good stuff.
I've enjoyed this conversation on trends in hard goods. Check out primeline.com. We got lots of trends out there, lots of opportunities. I hope Kim's meeting is going fantastic right now. She'll be back next week, I believe, for episode 22. Until then, this has been another episode of Hot Takes Party of Four, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
See you next week.
See you next week.